Meet Zayed. Zayed and his handler, Midland Police Officer John Dubois, make up the Midland Police Department's very first canine unit.
With the onset of the problem that we had last year with bath salts, and we're having a heroin problem in Midland as of late, former Chief Jerry Ladwig kind of had great vision as far as the direction he wanted to take the department in, and he said, hey, let's establish a canine unit.
The Midland Police Department stepped right up to the challenge of finding grants and local foundation support to establish funding for the initial $9,000 cost of the canine, along with funding to help with Zayed's vehicle and training. The Midland Police Department also formed partnerships for Zayed's ongoing care. As a senior member of the police department's staff, Officer Dubois was given the first opportunity to be a canine handler.
As far as the commitment, it's a 24/7 deal. It's a 3-month-long process. It's probably the most. I've been a police officer for almost 18 years now, and it's the most rigorous, stressful thing I've done as a police officer.
As the handler, Officer Dubois was the one to select Zayed from a canine training facility in Lima, Ohio, last March. And Officer Dubois got to choose his partner's unique name.
He's a hunter of people, good and bad. He's also a hunter of narcotics. My mother, she has Jewish bloodlines, and I've got great respect for the Jewish people. So I thought, well, you know, what is hunter in Hebrew? So I went online, Googled it. Sheldon Messing, I think his last name is. He's the rabbi on Temple Bethel over on Bay City Road. So I met with him one day, and he thought, number one, I didn't want to offend anyone, you know, and he thought, when I talked to him, he thought it was a fabulous idea.
Zayed specializes in drug detection, tracking, and search and rescue.
Passive indicator, which is how Cy is trained to indicate on drugs. What he does is, if he gets an odor or gets in the area where the drugs are, he'll actually sit. He'll either continue to face the source or the odor of the narcotics, or he'll turn and face me.
And Zayed has had a couple successful finds under his belt, collar, since joining the Midland Police Department.
We got called out to assist Midland County on a missing person. She went out the front door of her residence at 1:30, and by the time I got the call, it was about 2 minutes to 5 in the afternoon. We got up there, you know, about 5:20, 5:30 or so, and it was a really hot day. It was 91 degrees. Human odor will literally burn up at 86 degrees. We went to the front door. He was hooked up in his tracking harness and his 30-foot lead. He started tracking it, and automatically, boom, he was on something. So we're going along the picker brush, and all of a sudden, boom, he stops, and he's facing the picker brush, and he's got his nose down, and he sniffs. I'm like, what you got, buddy? What you got? I'm like, hey, you know, I got on the radio, you know, I think I found her. She's over here, this and that. We called medical over.
You can't miss Officer Dubois and Zayed when they are out and about in the community, and getting to know them is all part of the job.
The main thing is socialization, okay? The main thing is control of the dog, make sure the dog is social enough where, yes, he is a hunter, he's a police officer, he's a working dog, but at the same time, you know, he has no problem greeting, you know, civilians. Being the fact that it's just the dog and I trained him, and he's the product of the training, all the hard work to be successful in locating that lady or the drugs. It's the best thing in the world.
The average career span of a police dog is 6 to 12 years on the job, and Officer Zayed will retire to Officer Dubois' care when he's ready to turn in his badge. Welcome to the Midland Police Department, Officer Zayed. We think you're pretty doggone special.